It's not every day that a boy from Manchester grows up to play for his boyhood club's first team. Nico O'Reilly is living that dream.
Just manages to squeeze it away. O'Reilly, can he get his shot in? He can! Now City have got a 3-1 lead. Nico O'Reilly, and on his 200th Premier League appearance, Foden with the assist.
In just a few years, he has gone from a local lad in the academy to a rising star in Manchester City's senior squad. A year ago, only hardcore City fans knew his name. Now he's starting big games, getting England call-ups, and even made the shortlist for the 2025 Golden Boy Award. He completely locked up Mohamed Salah and has helped solidify the City back line. Salah kept trying all his moves, but Unk couldn't get by the youngster.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
At just 20 years old, he's one of the most exciting young players in the Premier League. And the craziest part is that he's doing it in a position no one expected. When Nico O'Reilly was just a baby, his mom, Holly, already had a feeling that he was different. Fast forward 20 years, and his mother's intuition seems spot on. Her son is now playing for Manchester City, holding down the left side of the defense. The man even has Pep Guardiola blowing kisses from the touchline. Nico grew up in Manchester, a proper local kid. And as a kid, he couldn't get enough football. He played for 2 local teams and would often play 2 matches on the same day. After that, he would still join his friends for a kickabout in the park. Then Sundays were reserved for Manchester City's academy training. Nico was 8 when he officially joined Manchester City's academy. It was a dream come true for a local kid who grew up supporting the club.
Just a kid from Manchester, I grew up here. So to play for my boyhood club, my dream club, and the fans give me this support, it means so much.
From that moment on, he was all in. For the next 10 years, he climbed through every level of City's youth system, learning, improving, and living the dream of wearing that sky blue shirt. His family was behind him every step of the way. Nico often talks about how much his mom did for him, driving him to training, supporting him through ups and downs, and making sacrifices so that he could chase football full time.
But can I ask about your family, and in particular your mum, and the huge sacrifice and time and those she's put in to help you over the years?
Yeah, huge sacrifices. She's took me since I was a baby to football every single day. She dedicated her life into mine. So yeah, I'm so happy that she's able to do this, and hopefully I can repay her back.
When he finally signed his first professional contract years later, he made sure to thank her. Those early academy years were all about fun and fundamental, but even back then everyone could see that he had something special, the kind of natural talent that would one day take him all the way to the Etihad. As Nico moved up the academy ladder, he proved himself to be a standout in a golden generation of City youngsters. Coaches quickly noticed his skill and versatility. He played mainly as an attacking midfielder, but one season he played as a lone striker, showing early signs of how adaptable he could be. By his mid-teens though, O'Reilly had built a name for himself as a creative midfielder with flair. People who watched him play described him as graceful and fluid on the ball. And at around 6'4", he stood out physically too. He was very tall, but surprisingly smooth for his size. He could glide past players, but could also hold his own in tackles. His big breakthrough came with Manchester City's under-18 in the 2021-2022 season. At just 16 years old, he was already a key player as City won the Premier League North title. The following year, he became the captain of the under-18. Across 32 matches, he scored 13 goals and provided 14 assists, which is honestly crazy statistics, helping the team win another league title. Now, these weren't just tap-in goals like CR7. One of his goals was a scorpion kick in the 95th minute.
Out wide it goes to Wright. Wright coming forward. The pass just eludes his target, Undala, but it's kept alive. Popped in by Muir. Oh my word, that is absolutely incredible from Nico O'Reilly.
A week after this goal, he followed it up with a 40-yard chip against Manchester United's under-18. City dunking on the garbage team in Manchester even at the youth level. You love to see it. That same year, he won City's Academy Goal of the Year after scoring from the halfway line against Nottingham Forest's youth side. I mean, they really should have drug tested this guy. By the end of the season, he had basically done it all at the under-18 level. He had won back-to-back titles, scored some incredible goals, and he had wore the captaincy. He was ready to move up. He started training regularly with City's elite development squad, which is the under-21s, and even got chances to train with the first team.
I think it's very intense. You go from playing academy football to jumping straight into arguably one of the best clubs in the world. I mean, it is a massive jump, so it is hard to adapt to. But yeah, I mean, we're all here for a reason, coming from the academy. And yeah, if the manager believes in you and thinks you can play, then he'll give you the chance to.
In December of 2022, Pep took him along to a warm weather training in Abu Dhabi. It was Nico's first taste of life with the senior squad. A few months later, he made the bench for City's Premier League game against Brighton. He didn't play that day, but just being in the squad at 18 showed how highly City rated him. Now, of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. In late 2023, Nico broke his ankle, which was a major setback that kept him out for months and delayed his chance to join England's under-21. During recovery, Nico reflected on what he could do better as a player and came back hungrier. His private coach said that after the injury, Nico learned to use his size better, which allowed him to dominate games physically while keeping that technical grace that he always had. By early 2024, he was back stronger than ever, way more focused and ready to push for his dream, which was to break into Pep Guardiola's first team. And it was that year that changed everything for Nico O'Reilly. That summer, he was called up to join Manchester City's senior squad for their preseason tour in the US. It was his big chance to show Pep Guardiola what he could do. And let's just say, he didn't waste it. In a friendly against Barcelona, Nico put on a show, impressing everyone that was watching.
Vardiol, good ball, chance for O'Reilly! Nico O'Reilly!
BBC reporter Simon Stones even said that the performance would stick with Guardiola heading into the new season. He was right, because a few weeks later came the moment every academy player dreams of. It was time for Nico O'Reilly's official debut. On August 10th, 2024, Pep handed the 19-year-old his first start in none other than the Community Shield against Manchester United at Wembley. I mean, imagine that. Your first real game for City at Wembley, in a Manchester derby, in a cup final. I know it's a Mickey Mouse Cup, but still, it's a final. There's silverware on the line. Nico played well, City won on penalties, and just like that, his debut ended with a trophy. After that, Pep didn't rush him. Nico trained with the first team, learning from world-class players and picking up advice from his teammates, especially Phil Foden, who was another academy graduate who became something of a mentor for him. Pep constantly challenged him to improve. Then came the FA Cup, and with it, his first real run of games. In January of 2025, Nico scored his first senior goal in an 8-0 win over Salford City in the FA Cup.
Still with Doku plays it in low, O'Reilly, 3-0! A first ever City goal for Nico O'Reilly.
Now yes, it was not the toughest match, but for a young player, that first goal is massive. It boosted his confidence and the momentum carried on.
You scored your first competitive goal in the 8-0 win over Salford. Looking back on that game now, how important do you think that was?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a big thing, confidence-wise. It lifted my confidence right up.
Because in March, he starred again in the 5th round against Plymouth Argyle, scoring twice in a 3-1 win, his first brace for the club. His good form continued into the quarterfinals against Bournemouth. City were really struggling in this match, so at halftime, Pep threw Nico on, but not in midfield. He played him at left back, and it worked perfectly. Nico was everywhere in that second half. He was bombing forward, defending hard, and setting up both goals in a 2-1 comeback win. One assist was a low cross, the other a clever cutback.
Ball, City penalty, chance to take the lead. Haaland still just adjusting his socks, waiting to strike the ball he hopes into the back of the Bournemouth net. Saved by Kepa. Haaland struck it to his left, and they have opted to make a change. Kuzanov on a yellow card, he has come off. And Nico O'Reilly, who's been somewhat of a lucky charm for City in the FA Cup this season, scored 3 times. He's now on. De Bruyne plays a lovely ball, and O'Reilly scampers down the middle. O'Reilly keeps on coming. Lovely ball. Haaland, City 1, Bournemouth 1. O'Reilly's not been on the field very long. He tees up Erling Haaland. We tried to find O'Reilly. He got to it. O'Reilly, lovely ball. Marmoush just on. 2-1 City. O'Reilly's another assist. Marmoush with his first touch of the game, and City, having trailed, turn the match around. Bournemouth 1, City 2. Nico O'Reilly with 2 assists.
He completely changed the game and was named man of the match. Even Pep couldn't hide his excitement.
Well, against Plymouth, we scored 2 goals. Today make our first assist. So in semi-final he's going to play. So I'm sorry. No, he played really good. He's a number 10. We cannot forget he's a number 10. But have a pace. He's so intelligent, quality with the ball in the final third, have vision. So. But really good. So he played really good. He made the impact because before, he made 2 assists. No, right? 2 assists, yeah. So 2 goals and 2 assists. So yeah, that's why I was going to play against Nottingham.
From then on, he was a part of City's regular rotation. On April 2nd, 2025, he made his first Premier League start against Leicester City, playing the full 90 minutes and helping City keep a clean sheet in a 2-0 win. 10 days later, he scored his first Premier League goal, a tidy finish in a 5-2 win over Crystal Palace at the Etihad. Look at the guy's celebration, that's pure joy. By the end of that 2024-2025 season, Nico had made 21 appearances across all competitions and scored 5 goals, 3 of them coming in that beautiful FA Cup run. Pep even trusted him to start in the FA Cup final at Wembley, where he played the full game at left back. Now, City ended up losing 1-0 to Crystal Palace, but for a 20-year-old in his first season, that was a huge learning experience. Not many academy players get that kind of trust from Guardiola right away, and Nico had earned it. The most interesting part of Nico O'Reilly's rise is his position change. He has now firmly established himself as City's starting left back, and who came up with that idea? Well, of course, Pep Guardiola. Pep is known for turning players into something unexpected. He's made midfielders into defenders before and vice versa, but even for him, moving a 6'4" playmaker to left back was pretty bold.
In most teams, I guess, left back to a second midfielder are quite different positions. Perhaps here under Pep Guardiola, not quite so different. What are the similarities, perhaps, that you have been able to take, the skills you've been able to transfer quite easily to that position?
Running with the ball, you get quite a bit of space out wide. Crossing from the left flank. I mean, as an attacking midfielder, throughout like my youth stages, I was always out the edge of the box, crossing it into a striker or winger. So yeah, I think that's helped me out a lot to go into a left back role.
Around Christmas of 2024, Pep had been watching Nico train with the senior squad and noticed a mix of things: his size, energy, and understanding of the game. You see, City's academy is full of smaller technical players like Phil Foden, but Nico was different. He was taller, stronger, but still great on the ball. And that got Pep thinking, maybe this kid could play as an inverted fullback, drifting into midfield when City have possession. It worked. Firstly, because Nico's footballing brain is elite for his age. He reads the game well and adapts fast, which is crucial when you're learning a brand new role. Secondly, his midfield background made the switch easier. City's system asks fullbacks to step into midfield at times when the team has the ball, and Nico already has the skills for that. He's used to playing in tight spaces, passing under pressure, and he understands the movements around him. That's everything that Pep needs from an inverted fullback. And then thirdly, his physical traits help a ton. At 6'4", he can dominate in the air. He can be stronger in duel. Pep's even praised him for being fast, for being clever with the ball, and great during set pieces. That combo of being tall, quick, but still technical is rare, and Nico uses it to full effect. What's maybe the most impressive though is how Nico embraced the change. A lot of younger players might have been hesitant, but he took it with a smile.
But for those who don't know, you are primarily a midfielder who's now playing at left back. How have you found that switch?
Yeah, at first I found the switch pretty difficult because obviously I'd never played there before, but obviously I was training there every day, playing there. So yeah, it started to get easier. I got a lot of good advice. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's a bit different, but yeah, I'm enjoying it.
What was the bit of advice that you were given?
Just more tactical stuff, and like just to work on my defending and stuff like that, because obviously I'd never really done that side of the game, like 1v1 defending.
Even though Nico O'Reilly now mostly plays as a left back, his game is still shaped by his attacking roots. Deep down, he's still a playmaker. That's why he looks so dangerous every time he goes forward. He's also learned how to use his height to his advantage, winning headers and shielding the ball like a pro. On set pieces, he's dangerous at both ends. He can attack crosses in the opponent's box and defend them in his own. As a midfielder, he's learned how to make late runs and score goals. And as a fullback, he's learning when to overlap, when to stay, and how to read opposing winger. By the start of this season, Nico had locked in his place as one of Pep's go-to options at left back. With Aid Nuri getting injured early, Nico really stepped up. By November of 2025, he had started 7 of City's 8 first league games. The one match he didn't play, City lost, and that tells you everything. He's already delivered some big time performances too, like when he put Mo Salah in his back pocket in a 3-0 win over Liverpool. It's crazy to think how fast his career has moved. In just a couple of years, he's gone from an academy hopeful to a first team regular. His performances in 2025 were so good that he earned his first England senior call-up at just 20 years old. He also grabbed attention across Europe, landing a spot on the shortlist for the 2025 Golden Boy Award, which recognizes the best young players in the world. Pretty impressive company to be a part of. City, of course, moved quickly to tie him down. In September of 2025, Nico signed a new 5-year contract until 2030. It was a reward for his breakout year and proof of just how much faith the club has in him. You can show your faith in him too. Just get yourself a Manchester City jersey from buygamejerseys.com and use code PETTALKS at checkout. Inside the club, Nico's progress has been a huge source of pride. Pep has made it very clear how much he loves seeing academy graduates thrive in the first team, but he's also quick to to keep them grounded. Despite the praise and the new fame, Nico has stayed the same humble kid he's always been. He still hangs out with his old academy friends and even shows up to watch City's youth games when he can. He hasn't let success change him, and that humility is part of why fans love him so much. For now, Nico's focused on improving, winning trophies, and helping City stay on top. From playing grassroots football in Manchester to scoring at the Etihad, Nico O'Reilly's journey has been a pure inspiration. It's a story of a kid who worked hard, stayed humble, and made the most of every chance. Another player who had almost the exact same journey is Phil Foden. To see his rise from the academy to the top of world football, you have to watch this video right here.